Hi again and welcome back everyone. In the last video, I've shown you how to install a blank Odoo project which we can use for developing a new application. We purposely did not install any app because we are only going to install one application there. It's for a hotel guest registration, reservation, and billing and collection system. Now, before we are going to start coding, I'd like to give you a brief run through on an actual Odoo project and what are the components and how uh, the Python folders are organized and how they get to run. Okay, a very important component of the project is of course Odoo Bin, because when we start, remember now, when we start our project, we always start with Python Odoo Bin C Odoo.conf. Right? Now, what it means is it will start Odoo-bin and use Odoo.conf as the parameter. Okay, so that's how it starts. Now, what is Odoo-bin? Let me show you a summarization which I've prepared. Okay, Odoo-bin is like the ignition switch. Okay, it's not a binary. It's confusing to because it's named as Odoo bin, so people think it's a binary. It's an ignition switch. It's the startup point of your Odoo project. Now, if you are a C++ programmer, you will always have a main function where everything starts with the main function. The same thing is true with Odoo. In fact, if you try your opening your Odoo-bin, it's just a text file which imports, okay, Odoo.cli. Odoo.cli means uh, client uh, client command line interface. Why is that? Because unlike many other web development projects, or like even in Django, no, and no, and Flask, web development is not done using a user interface. It's done by using a text editor like VS Code or PyCharm, and then you encode your project there, including the design. So it's not a graphical user interface. So it's a CLI. Now, using our old project, the project which you have installed in Series 1, here it is. No? There's Odoo-bin at the root. Let me close this. Uh, let me also close the other components, the purchase, no? Because I've opened them and add-ons. Okay. So at the beginning, let's close the Odoo core. You have Odoo bin. It's this. No? So uh, if you're a JavaScript developer and you're a C Sharp user, you're used to the special special command called include in C Sharp. Include means you're going to uh, use a third party file, or you're going to call functions from a third party file. Now in JavaScript you say import from. Okay, so there's just like a slight variation. When you say import, you specify you specify the functions that you want to import, and from you specify the file that contains the functions. Now in Odoo, it's the reverse. We say from import. For example, I'll show you an add-on here. For example, let's look at a model. Okay, now from. Okay, so we say from Odoo. Odoo is it's either a folder or a file. In fact, this is a folder. When you say from Odoo.fields, well, Odoo is a folder, fields is a file under that folder. And then we import domain. Domain is a function under the fields file. Okay? Let's try to do that. Find it from Odoo. Odoo and then fields. There it is, fields. And from fields, we uh, we import domain. Okay? Uh, okay. We will look at find domain. Okay, Where is that? Fields from fields import domain. Now, if you look at the init.py, now init.py of fields, okay, you will see that you have ORM, you have it will import the ORM from uh, it will fields from ORM, okay. It's here on the ORM, okay. So nandito sa ORM, nandito it's here. I'm sorry for speaking Tagalog, okay. It's here in the ORM folder, okay, and then it's here all the fields and the numeric fields and all the types that you need, okay. So it's just like that. Use the Udo bin is actually your ignition switch, and it calls for it is going to initiate udo cli dot main. Okay, let's look at that in the folder udo cli. Where do you find that again? We find it in under the udo folder. Under the udo folder we have cli, and under cli of course we have an init.py, and under cli, okay, we look for the main. Anyway, we'll find it here. Initially we can look it up in the init.py, okay. Where's that? Let me check. I forgot where it is. Under CLI. So it should be main should be a function under CLI. Okay. So if you look at CLI, I found it before. These modules. Let's close this. This is CLI. Okay. We'll have to look for the function that contains the main. Okay. No, it's going to, if you look at that, it's going to import command. Okay. From that command, import command main, and most probably main is in that command. Okay. Okay, you follow. Let's there's in command that there it is, command.py, and then we look for a function main. There it is. This is the main function. This is the kickstarter. So this is like the ignition switch. Okay, it's like the main program or the main function in C sharp. This gets to call everything. Everything starts here. Okay, so that's the first walkthrough. So we start with udo bin. Udo bin is going to call udo cli, and udo cli is going to call command.py, which contains the main program. Okay, before I proceed, I'd like to orient you into the main organization of a Python project. In fact, this concept applies not only in Python, in Udo, it applies to all Python projects. No? A Python project is actually a set of folders, where a set of folders is like a set of books, and every book starts with a table of contents. Okay, it's just like that. For example, you have an add-ons folder. So add-ons folder is like a book, and there are subfolders. These subfolders are like chapters within the book, and each book will have its chapter will have its own uh, table of contents. The table of contents is init.py. All files, all folders, you will see them underscore underscore init.py, underscore underscore init.py. So let's look at under account init.py. Okay, init.py will contain all the folders. Okay, of a if it's in a folder, all the folders that are used by Python in order to assemble your project, which means that init.py is the thread that ties all uh, Python components. Okay, everything that's included in the init.py will be included in the compilation. For example, we have add-ons, and then under add-ons you have init.py. Init.py may not just import a file itself. it will also import a whole folder. Like in this case, under under accounts, we have init.py. It will import the folders, controllers. You have the controller there. It will import the folder called models, the demo, and all the other folders. But if you go to model, inside model, there's another init.py. Okay, but this init.py does not import folders. It imports files, Python files. For example, okay, you have here an import account tag. So you will have an account tag .py. Okay, you will have a import account. So therefore you will have a file called account.py. So that's how init.py is actually the lifeline of your Python project. It ties everything up. So if you are going to have a folder, you assume that it's a book. You are going to make a table of contents to the book. If the book contains chapters or folders, you are going to import them by naming the folders. And inside the folder, if you have other subfolders, you can also import them. If you have Python files, Python files are those that will store the logic of your server. So therefore, you will include them in the table of contents in your init.py. Okay. Now, there's also another file called manifest.py. Okay. Why is that? It's also another table of contents because a Python project do not only contains Python files, it also contains XML files or views. They are also called views because Python follows inside your folders after the Odoo bin kickstarts everything, and it will from there it will import the necessary Python files. Now at the beginning you will have a manifest.py. Okay, in every no it's in every application. For example, let's go to add-ons again, and then in add-ons you have manifest.py underscore 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 manifest.py. Okay, so aside from a table of contents, it contains the name, the summary, okay, and the collection of XML and non-Python files, non-Python files that are used by your application. Okay, so you will have XML files, you will have report files, anything that's non-Python. Okay, the security files, okay, the wizards, and everything. No, and you will also declare the dependencies like the basic setup of Odoo, the onboarding. These dependencies occur in the Odoo core. Okay, or they can occur in some other folder. That is, if it comes from a party file. Okay, so take note. There are two files that are important that ties your it's for a building. It's the foundation of your building. Without these two files, your building will not stand. Okay, they are the posts. No, you have init.py and manifest.py. Init.py stores the table of contents of all Python components. Manifest.py stores or rather lists all non-Python components. Okay, I hope you're clear enough, no? Because we are going to build our application, and every time we build our application, we create a folder, we create an init.py, we create a manifest.py. That will always be the practice. I hope you find this tutorial particularly informative, especially if you are a first time developer in Python. If you want, you can study other Python platforms and realize that it's the same approach that is always being used. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching this, and I'm excited to see you in the next video. Bye everyone, and have a good day.